Τι λέει ένας πολύ γνωστός αναλυτής, τον Γιώργο Ευγενίδη, για το μέλλον μετά από αυτή την κίνηση των σχέσεων Ηνωμένων Πολιτειών, Τουρκίας, Ερντογάν, Μπάιντεν.
This message may be mainly about history and about the past, but it is involved in a scheme, in a series of actions by the new U.S. administration, showing the Turkish government that this strategic partnership that was evident has to have certain and concrete rules. Does the Turkish government understand those concrete rules and the red lines?
What's strange about this issue is, of course, if it hadn't been for the Turkish government's lobbying, U.S. presidents would have recognized the Armenian genocide decades ago. They would recognize it every year. This wouldn't be a controversy. This wouldn't be an issue. In the past, as I'm sure listeners know, whenever U.S. presidents promised to recognize this, they always backed down at the last minute under lobbying from both the Turkish government and Turkey's allies in the United States, particularly in the State Department and the Pentagon. And so, as you alluded to, what's changed now is, if in the past presidents were worried that using the word genocide would damage the U.S.-Turkish alliance, the alliance is already in shambles. There's no worry about that anymore. Turkey has no friends left in the United States to lobby against the genocide recognition. And Washington isn't really worried about whether this will damage a relationship that's already so badly damaged. And I appreciate that I think Biden tried to avoid this, of making genocide recognition a message to Turkey. As you say, though, there are a number of other steps Biden took, and I think it's good that Biden took, to communicate that the relationship is going to be different under his administration than it was under the Trump administration. Removing Turkey from the F-35 program had already started, but of course we're continuing ahead with that. CAATSA sanctions on Turkey for its purchase of Russian S-400 missiles have continued apace under the Biden administration. And most notably, and this has gotten a little overlooked with the focus on the genocide, the fact that Biden did not call Erdogan for so long, and when he did call Erdogan, it was in this very specific context of basically giving him a heads up that he was going to use the word genocide. All those steps, I think, have gotten a message across, which is that, Biden wants the relationship to be on America's terms.
How far can the Turkish government go, judging on the fact that it may be overstretching in a period of time, given this delicate balance between NATO on the one hand and Russia on the other side?
I think this Biden statement came at a moment where we've seen for the last several months, Erdogan has realized he's become a little too isolated in the region. He's realized he's made too many enemies. This is very much not a moment where Erdogan is eager to pick new fights. And I think that will temper the reaction to Biden's statement. We've seen the Turkish Foreign Ministry called in the U.S. ambassador, but they haven't withdrawn their ambassador from Washington. But so far, it seems like, in the rhetoric we've gotten from the Turkish Foreign Ministry, they're not eager to blow up the relationship any further over this issue.
Θα έχει ενδιαφέρον η πορεία της σχέσης Ερντογάν-Μπάιντεν.